Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Sunday, and hope you guys are having a good weekend. And those of you on the other side of the world, hope you had a great weekend. And I'm excited to get into today's readings. Let me get my desktop all set up here. Foist, and then we will get into the readings. All right, let me move this around. A little more space here. All right. All right. I think we're live there. All right, looks good there. And YouTube says we're live, so it must be true. All right. Excuse me. Might look a little tired and rough, rougher than normal. Uh, dreams. Actually woke up to the alarm this morning. Usually I wake up earlier, but I was off somewhere. So I'm still coming back, I think. So good morning. All right. So I think we are set. Let's start by bringing some love into the reading and into our hearts. We'll let the love flow down, fill us up, and then flow out to the world as well. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, whether you're watching live or on replay, we can all meet outside of space and time to do that. So let's take I'm going to do a double breath in, which is like, and then deeper, and feel it fill up your belly down there in your abdomen. So here we go. Let me get rid of this other air first. All right, so here we go. Beautiful. Right, we do have our lovely lady singing bowl here. And I'm going to hit it like 3 times. We just let that love come in and fill up and overflow and come down and overflow each time. Right, so here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. She is singing up a storm. Let me try to put her back here without, let her finish her song there. She's still going and going, so there we go. All right. So thank you so much for joining me and do that. And hey, everybody. Hello, hello. Shout out to my Praying Mantis members, Johanna, Yorison, and my Zen Cricket members. Hello, hello. And some of our winners are in here. We've got Eucalyptus Body Wash, Happy Pill, Kritika Mahotra. Hey, hi. Welcome and congratulations on winning your monthly membership there. And I think that's everyone. You'll see their names in green with their little badge there. All right. So shout out to all of you. And A couple quick things before we get into the actual readings. I like to make sure everyone knows all the free things that are out there because of my, monthly members and those of you that donate during these sessions and purchase my other uh, things that I offer, which are listed down in the description box of the video. And of course, I always like to send blessings to my host. She lets me live here for free, and so she allows me to do all this stuff. So that's why I like to make sure everyone knows the free stuff that's out there. So every week I have a pick a card. One of them is a pilgrimage meditation, which this last one we began at a kind of a new journey because the last 7 months we've been going and visiting the chakras of Earth. And so those pilgrimage meditation videos are all about that. This one was the first of 4 where I have 4 major spirit guides, which represent 4 elements. And each of them want to take us on a journey. So the first up was Phoenix, which is a Phoenix collective. They're a mini collective of the Syrian Starseed Collective. They hang out their energy mainly in Sirius B in the sun there, but they took us on a journey. And then, of course, there's a pick a card where they bring through some wonderful messages for us too. So be sure to check that out and then stay tuned for the others. Also, 2 out of the 4 weeks are the new moon and full moon alerts. The new moon alert, we just had a Cancer new moon a couple days ago, but I talk about making the most of new moon wishes, and then, of course, a pick a card uh, available for that. And and then the 4th week, when there's a 5th week, I throw out an extra special um, pick a card, a bonus pick a card. But the other one is when the sun moves zodiac signs, right? Every month. That's why we have different sun signs, right? But we moved into Cancer season, and then in those, for the Cancer sun babies or whatever sun babies there are for that, season, that period. Usually it's around the 20th of the month to around the 20th of the next month, give or take a couple days, depending on the year. Is when we switch, and then I do a special bonus 3-month reading in addition to a pick a card for the rest of us. This one is, what do you need to know about your family tree? I've been joking. How many squirrels? How many monkeys are in there? We know there's one squirrel in my family tree. One big squirrel. All right. And then I also have monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign that covers the overall energies. So here's July's. I'll be working on August this coming week. Everyone will have access to them on the 14th if everything goes well. um, but we dive into the Zenergy, the astrological Zenergy of the month, just like an overview, and then we break out and cover all areas of our life in those as well. And then every 3 months, of course, we have solstice, equinox, solstice, equinox, solstice, equinox. That's how we go, right? The Earth. Um, so I have 3-month readings for those, and this month happened to be the month of the summer solstice in the northern and winter in the southern, and these were all about relationships. So these were fun because they gave a message overall for the whoever has that astrological energy in their chart, um, and then they broke down into 3 separate sub readings for single and looking, in a relationship and married, and then the happy hermits as well. So it covers everyone. And in celebration of that, for the first month of this solstice, my relationship readings are half off from June 20th to July 21st. Excuse me. And so half hour is to 12:50 instead of 25, and an hour is 25 instead of 50. So if you want to check those out, you can look at that website. It breaks out all the 6 different types of readings that I do for relationships. Those are fun too. And then I do have we have a new podcast episode that came out this morning, episode 22. It's the final part of 3 parts about superpowers. This one's the power of no and the power to question. And then just to help balance things out, because I'm doing so many things, um, I feel like I'm going to move my podcast instead of weekly to make it monthly. And then I'm also, though, going to be bringing in who I'm going to call maybe Cozy Care Bears. I'm sorry, excuse me just a moment. There's a frog there that didn't want to leap. All right, there we go. So I'm going to be introducing some individuals. The beginning ones are some of my praying mantis members who, they have different modalities, different experiences that they've been on their journey from chaos to cozy. And so I want to give you, introduce you to them. And so they're going to be some guest spots on my podcast. So fun, fun, fun. I'm excited. So those are a lot of the stuff that I do there. I also have astrological Zenergy that I put out here occasionally too, outside of the monthlies, and that's the little playlist for that. But more to come on those. So I think that's everything that I wanted to just make sure everyone's aware of all the free things. Um, for today, if my voice will stay, I'm gonna try these new. I actually got these a while ago. I haven't use them in live readings or other readings before. They're the vice versa tarot, which they have double-sided cards. Like they'll show you the regular kind of interpretation, and then when you flip the card, they show you the backside. I'm going to show you the backside. That's funny. What a bunch. So these will be interesting. So we're going to experiment today. So I know, fun, fun, right? Glad you like that, Holly. Hey, Meta Bird. Hello, everybody. Absolutely. So, how the free readings work, if you're new to my channel, um, the free readings, I go down in order, first come, first serve in the chat. There's no special list, there's just the chat. You just put your question out there, and then I go down in order, first come, first serve. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for a general reading. Spirit knows what you want. And we'll pull cards for that. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I prioritize those. I step outside of the free readings. I dive deeper into those, meaning I pull more cards, and then I return back and continue down the list. If I don't get through the readings in the first, I'm usually on for a couple hours. And then I go spend an hour with my praying mantis members and eat. And then I will come back and finish off all the free readings, especially on Sunday, since I won't be back until Friday for free readings again. So we'll talk about that later. All right. So let's get these shuffled and energy going. Get my throat clear here. Let me just take a sip here. And we will get into it. So I do have a few donations, so we're going to start there. Hey, everybody. Is everyone waving and saying hello? So good to see everybody. I'm so appreciative. I'm so blessed to be able to do what I do. And so thank you guys so much. Yeah, all the thumbs up to help spread the Zen love and help the channel. So thank all of you that do that too. You're part of the love tsunami, helping spread the Zen love. So I appreciate that. Right. So first up, batter up, we got Infinity. Hey, Infinity. So it looks like you have a few here. So we will start with the first one. So let's give that some love and a like, and then we'll bounce to Johanna and Infinity and Johanna Infinity. It's like we're watching Wimbledon. And then we got multiples with Supernova. Hey, Nova. And then Holly will be up after that. So that's how the donations will go first. All right. So let me try this one more time. And you want to know here, is it true? Is it true that L doesn't want anything to do with you anymore? Or will he reach out? All right, let's take a look here and see what the spirit wants you to know about L here. All right, got these three here. And that one there. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Yeah, the bottom of the deck, we've got the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords has to do with, feelings and thoughts of deception and feeling like things steal things out of their life. I like the looking at the back of the card. So the back of the card, it's like you're looking at it's kind of like you're stepping in the present moment and you're seeing the past and the future. So the past has to do with these, you know, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and it's about leaving behind the things that have died. The thinking that no longer serves is kind of what the Seven of Swords does, which for me makes it feel like they are, in this transitional kind of trying to figure things out. Because they also have that was on the bottom of the deck, which is the kind of the underlying below the surface energy. But we got the Seven of Cups, which is all this confusion, emotional confusion. Again, another seven. And they're trying to see the light. They're trying to figure out, trying to see through all the emotions and figure out what's going on with themselves there. I do have a lot of movement cards here, along with these two kind of conflicting cards, because we do have the Six of Swords, which is leaving behind old ways of thinking and movement, and I just want to show you guys these. So, where they're headed, they're like letting the stars guide them. They're moving into calmer waters for what they feel is calmness. And we even got the, Ten of Wands, which is the burden of energy. Like they have a lot of energy there, and it's like they're trying to take that energy in a different direction. That's where all this endings and beginnings with their energy, the Six of Swords, they just feel so conflicted that um, they're looking here for this emotional stability with the Four of Cups. Actually, this is the regular Four of Cups here, where they're looking here at the spilt cups and emotions that don't, fulfill them anymore. And they're looking at, well, maybe something out there on the sea across the waters will make me feel better. And the importance of this energy that's coming through is that it's not you that they're trying to get away from. They when we don't have that fulfillment on the inside, when we feel like all this stuff that I'm been investing in with all this energy, all this, thinking and think I try so hard and things just always get pulled away from me and I don't have satisfaction. I feel empty. It must be them and them and them and them because they don't realize we're all taught find your fulfillment in the outside world. And then when it like we're in a relationship or interactions with people and it falls short, we're like, it must be them, not me, because they're supposed to fill me up, just like we think that we're supposed to fill up everyone else. But that's not the journey of this life is go out there and try to find your fulfillment when the hint, the little Easter egg, as they say in the movie, is there's three fingers pointing back at us. That's really where we find the fulfillment inward and upward. And then we're full, and everything in the outside world, instead of feeling lacking, feels above and beyond overflowing, right? But we learn that the hard way and later, right? Once we go through all that. And so they're like, oh, I got to find fulfillment somewhere. I don't feel it. And it hasn't hit them yet that there's a common denominator and all that, which is themselves. So I don't feel like that it's not so much that they don't want anything to do with you. They just are looking, across the waters. They're like, I must go on this voyage away from everything to find what I'm looking for. And so it's not that they're leaving you or leaving any of their old situations, like running away from it and rejecting it. They're just going, it must be out here. I'm going to go in this direction now. And you're like, go with God, Crispy. Like that was from Sister Act. Go enjoy that because you're not going to find it out there either. But So I don't feel they're gonna reach out. I feel like they're really focused on this adventure, going to sea in a way. Um, and they might move. They might actually go somewhere else or, take a job somewhere. It just feels like they're seeking the world instead of because they're like, I'm not finding this satisfaction where I'm at. And it's like, well, you're not wherever you go, there you are. Yeah, you're the monkey's on your shoulder. So wherever he goes, the monkey's with him. And he's gonna find that eventually, that no matter where you go, there you are. And until you deal with this on the inside, you're not gonna feel that fulfillment. So um I I don't mind this for you. I mean, I really feel like it's like, okay, it's a good mirror for us, right? What a wonderful reminder that I can't find my full fulfillment out there. It's in here. So they're mirroring that for you and all of us, obviously, right now. It's a wonderful reminder. But um they're not going to be because they don't have it for themselves, like self-love and self-worth in a huge way. They can't give you any of that either. So you're like, yeah, you got to go find that before you could ever give it to me. So, go find that, and I'm going to focus on turning inward and upward while I'm waiting for a relationship to be drawn to me, that matches my self-love. And sometimes that's what's coming in, right? When we are drawing people that don't have self-love, it's a reminder for us that maybe I don't, my energy is matching that and drawing it. So then I'm like, okay, I don't want to keep doing what I'm doing and drawing in what I've been drawing in. I'm gonna raise my love vibration to a higher one. So I draw in someone that does have that, and we're able to give more love to each other, right? Because that all that wonderful thing Spirit tells us, we can't give or receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So I always, they always say, show me that little, this is how much I love myself, no matter how much love I want to pour out. Drip, drip, no matter how much love someone wants to give. Drip, drip. But as I expand my self love and self worth, then that opens my capacity and opens up the pipeline of giving and receiving love to the outside world too. So that's the greatest gift we can give ourselves in the world, is finding that self-love inward and upward, connecting with spirit, our higher self, that is the source of eternal unconditional love, right? So that's the beginning. So there you go, Infinity, your first one. So many blessings, and thank you so much for your first donation, and we'll be back to your next question here in a moment. So, Johanna, you are up next. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for your donation. Hello. Is that what that is? Hello. Right. So let's give that a love and a like there. And you want a general reading? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what comes in. Hi. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. What is this story? What's going on here? All right. So, what is this? This is the King of Cups, who's the balance between the head and the heart. And see what's on the back of the card here. Got a dolphin. I love it. Or a porpoise, a porpoise. So, there's this underlying energy here, of course, of um, balancing the head and the heart. And I love the dolphins because dolphin spirits are just so, it's happiness, it's joy, and that's what helps balance the mind. All the kings of are given swords, and as well. So even though he rules with the queen over the cups, he gets the mind too. And so, but it feels like there's this happiness. Choosing joy is what helps us get out of our head. And there's kind of this, you know, theme that kind of comes with that. Let's see what all these other cards are here. So, oh yeah, so you have the Ten of Pentacles. Which the Ten of Pentacles is like the fulfillment of life and let's Sorry for the glare there. There we go. Do it this way. Comes in a little clearer. And relationships, right? I love the back of here. So we've got the old man that normally is sitting, and the dog, which is unconditional love too. So I love the dolphins and the dog coming in because this is the joy. This is the seeing the fulfillment of life, and that we don't have to look to the future to see that we're that old person sitting in the chair long in the future. I feel like there's this energy of be here now and enjoy what is in this moment right now, instead of looking to the future to be able to be, happy and full, right? So it's like be here now. And then these three cards came out together, which we have the full card, which is new beginning, adventure, looking at that excitement, of that comes in. Let's see. Come on. Like, come on and focus. Got to beat up my camera. And then this side is pretty cool too. So it's looking at the shooting star and look at the whole world is ahead of them, and they're ready to head off into this new adventure without expectations, without knowing what's out there. It's like in Lord of the Rings when the hobbits, they've been in Hobbitville their entire lives, and they're like, wow, this is as far as I've ever ventured. And then they head off into the unknown and experience the world. And there is that energy that comes in with all of that, with the page of pentacles, which is a new different opportunity that's opening up in the outside world. So is this adventure of going in these directions. And oh, look, and even on the back here, I love that they're seeing the adventure that's ahead and the little empty cornucopia or whatever that little thing is, which is, or is that a horn? Oh, it's actually a horn, I think, which I think is what a cornucopia is, but it's this openness to receiving and this openness to the adventure, I feel is what's, that what comes in here. And we have here too the hanged man, which is transformation. There's this um, you know, birthing from a caterpillar to a butterfly. And the butterfly, when it comes out of its cocoon, it's going, you know what? It's like that adventure kind of feel, which I never really realized before. I love this feeling because the caterpillar only can go so far, so fast. And then it's like, all right, I'm going to go into this cocoon. It comes out a butterfly and it goes, I can migrate 1,000 miles. Again, going beyond the boundaries that I ever had before. And on the backside here, it shows the with two individuals, and we've got, what is that, a snake? Yeah, the snake is the growing of things. Oh, we got the removal of masks that's there, and the sickle, which is the cutting away of things. But with those two people, I feel like that this is kind of zeroing in on relationships are going to evolve and change beyond things that you're used to. And so it is this adventure that comes in here. Yeah. And that makes sense too. With the Four of Cups coming in, the old emotions and stuff just doesn't feel, you know, fulfilling. Um, and here, this is this adventure that we're headed off on. So it's all this emotional adventure that I really feel is coming in here for you. Yeah, and here's the Justice card. So cutting away the old ways of thinking, balancing out, seeing things from a higher perspective, the transformation that comes with that. Yeah. And then on the back here, God, I don't know. We're gonna see what that picture is of there. But there's the butterfly, the transformation, the higher way of thinking with the Ace of Swords, and the release of something. Oh, it's the scales that are on the ground. So it's like there's these are the scales that are just, I don't need the scales anymore. I don't need this comparison. I'm embracing both of what I feel my fears and my higher knowledge, and it's the bond together. I don't need to have those on it. Is it a tombstone? No, it's the back of the throne. See, she's sitting on a throne. Oops, sorry, can see it a little better. So that's the throne she's sitting on. So she's still sitting on it there, but she sees the universe, right? She sees the possibilities. That's funny. Well, it is technically a death to old ways of thinking, but whatever they call that, hieroglyphs or whatever. And we do see here, the 10 of wands is an ending of where you've been investing your energy, and um, the journey that it heads off onto. It's into a taking it to a new place, taking the harvest, and going in a different direction here. Yeah, because it's like it's taking it to some homes. So definitely endings and beginnings of where you're investing your energy, and where you're wanting to take it. So I like it. It feels very positive, very new adventure, very emotional new adventure. It feels like, but it's going beyond the norm, going beyond the boundaries that I've had before. So I like that. Fun, fun, fun. All right, so that is your first reading, and we'll come back to your other one here momentarily. So thank you for that donation. And then Infinity, thank you for your next donation. Let's give that a love and a like as well. So appreciative of that. And you want to know, are you going to be able to get an okay job with okay pay in the near future? All right, let's take a look here. So tell us about the job and pay here in the future here. What else? All right. Cards are flying. Look out. All right. Let's see what we got here. So, you've got on the bottom of your deck here, you've got this the temperance, which is patience and timing. You will, but it's the going back and forth, between the two cups is how it unfolds there. And then on the and from the back, we've got the lion, and is that a hawk? Yeah, it looks like a hawk or an eagle. And so, there is the courage and the ability to fly and see with that here, that, there's just some beautiful possibilities. It's just trusting the flow, trusting the magic of things unfolding there. So I like that, and that's the bottom of the deck. So it's like it's in process. There's magic happening, and so I feel like there's some magic that's going on around fate, some things that you have wanted as your soul to get to and to be. And it starts here with the star card, which is wishes and dreams, come true type of energy. Let's see if I can have it be a little focused in here. Come on, there it goes. And then we have the back of it here shows the past and releasing the past and pouring out some old ways. This individual, let's see if I can focus in, is from a movie, I think. And they were like, I forget what his name was, but he could be, and like he went to Mars. He could just like be in multiple places at the same time. Had gone atomic, and he could be in different places and create whatever they wanted. And for me, this like there's this energy of endless possibilities, and so the dream is like what I feel is unfolding, and with this, can I get a okay job and okay pay? Yeah, always. But the dream that's existing, and this energy is about living, not just having a job that I can go to and have okay pay and live. It's like your soul, this magic is about living your dream, discovering what it is, and taking steps towards it. Because it's interesting because you had the crane the crane in this one here that's flying. And then you have this Eight of Swords, which is becoming aware of your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made you feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted. And you're discovering to free yourself from it. And you're, this Ace of Swords that's here, you're using it to free your bonds, this higher way of looking at things. And here comes a giant eagle also, which is freedom. And so there's this freedom and flying type of energy that's, within all three of these cards already. And it's like you're getting your wings strong so that you can um, pursue your dream and go in a direction like that there. So so that is what is coming in with those so far. And let's take a look here and see what else we have here. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So some of these cards that I put in also popped out. So you've got the Justice card, and so here again we've got this, Ace of Swords making itself known, cutting away the old ways of thinking. That's repeating here, but it's in a significant way because, again, here's butterfly with wings. It's giving you the opportunity to fly and go somewhere that you never thought you could go before. And I'm so sorry. You also have the Death card, which is like a death and rebirth type of card that's coming in here. Yeah. And this is the future. It's dancing in between choices and dancing in the sun. You can see her back here, free. She's doesn't have any clothes on, so she's free of the restrictions, free of the you know things that have been holding back. And so there is this endings and beginnings in this pursuit. And here's the full card coming out too, which is about pursuing a dream without restriction and the adventure that awaits. And there's the look, there's a shooting star, wish upon a star, coming back to the wishing upon a star dream card of the star card. So I do feel like there's this more of this nudge to head off into, doing something that is fulfilling in life and making you feel full and your heart feel full and singing and dancing naked in the sun instead of a job. So they're like, yeah, you can always get a job, but you could be being delayed and blocked getting back into the rut of just doing a job and getting exhausted and not having enough energy to do anything else to there's this opportunity to live a dream and you're being nudged for it. Yeah, the Six of Cups coming in, which is a return of can be a return of a childhood dream. Also, it's past life like energies that come in too. And we've got someone looking down here on this all of these um, cups that are full and blossoming, and it just feels like there's this seeing things from this higher perspective is really what I feel like this is coming in here. Like we go from being, feel like we're floating in water and we don't know where we're going to seeing things from a higher perspective and what it is that we're wanting to do. And so I like this clarity coming in for you here. So you can get a job, but if you're like, well, I need money in the meantime, it's like, well, get a job, get something that doesn't exhaust you because it's only temporary by this nudging that's coming from spirit to find out what is this thing that makes you feel full and overflowing, and if it's requires schooling or all that Ace of Swords is higher education, higher knowledge too. It's like if let's say I wanted to be a nurse. It's like, well, it's only a couple years that you have to go to start into nursing instead of, and then I can work on becoming an RN and then a PA and then a doctor if I want. It's like I have a dream and I can take steps towards it. I don't need to, go, oh, it's unapproachable and unreachable. I'm blinded and bound and trapped. It's like, the world is your oyster kind of energy. So I like that for you, Infinity. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings for that one. And then we had some more of our members come in here. Look, all that green, all the green in the badges. So Olivier is one of our winners of the Zen Cricket. Hello, hello. Elena, hello. HTTPS is one of my regular monthly members. Hello, hello. Shout out to you. And Sean G was also one of our winners. So welcome all of you Zen Cricket winners and my other um, monthly members. So glad to have you. All right. All right. And so then we're bouncing back to Johanna. Thank you for your additional donation. Let's give that a love and a like there. All right. I think it did it give it to me. Oops. Yep. I didn't like it. Let me like it back. All right. And then Johanna, you wanted to know anything Spirit would like you to know about your tincture making. All right. Let's take a look here. So I'm just going to take another sip here. All right. So, what do you want to know about this? The tincture. I don't know what that is, which is good. So, this is definitely coming from Spirit and not from my brain. All right, let's see here. So, the underlying energy. All right. So, the Queen of Wands coming in. Great energy with the Queen of Wands because she's all about the ability to really put a focus on something and get things done. The energy that they invest is what grows and expands. So it's kind of like this energy of look all this growth behind on her throne, and then we've got this wonderful statue, this stone monument, which is like this representation of accomplishment and growth and solidity of things, right? It's when she puts her mind to something, she can really get stuff done and do that. Oh, okay, okay. Elixirs, herbal extracts. Okay, cool. So definitely the earthy type of energy, which makes sense here because we've got the devil card coming in here, which is Capricorn earthy energy. And let's see, what does the back have here? Oh, okay. Yeah. So we've got the lotus flower and a burning book, which is burning the old ways and finding the new ways and blossoming. And you can even see the fruit trees out here, which is, what the devil card, it, the devil card feels like when you look at it, or, people are always like, oh my gosh, it's showing us the chains and the restrictions and oh my gosh, but really it's our shadow and it's our, in a way, it's a it's a blessing in disguise. It's a hero in disguise. They appear as this devil and this darkness, but they're all about showing us, look, I'm just trying to point to you, like, don't get that ugly devil finger away from me. They're like, no, I'm just trying to show you the chain around your neck. You can just remove that. We're like, monster, monster. They're trying to help. And so what I feel with that coming in is questioning our limitations of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and burning the book is a way to say, like, if I have herbal books and different stuff like that, it's like it's okay to learn about what other people have learned and where they're coming from, but don't let it be a restriction and let it be just additional information, not the rules, right? It's like burn the rules and go, well, I appreciate that you feel that, but I don't, but I feel like I can do more with this too, you know? So there is this, type of energy that comes in. And along with the devil card came the whoops, it was this one. This is the regular Two of Cups, which is your connection with spirit, yourself, and emotional choice. Again, I get to choose what I make of this. I get to choose what something means and the direction I go in those. Sorry, it's clearing up my chest. That's good. Let's see what else we have here. So yeah, we got the Seven of Cups. Look, all the it's like all the elixirs, here's all the magic, all the stuff that I can offer. And I like that there's something more that spirit guides you with it, with this beautiful light being in the middle of it all. So I'm so sorry. All right, there we go. I can talk now. And I like this. I like this, seeing all of the possibilities, but going beyond it. There's something beyond it too, which I like. Because with that Seven of Cups also came the Knight of Swords, which is the quest of higher knowledge, higher awareness, seeing things from a higher perspective, right? And they're leaping off into, the sky. They're like, woohoo! That there's this quest of knowledge. And I like this because it is an encouragement to learn more, to gain higher knowledge. You can gain, like I said, the earthly knowledge that humans are already sharing, but there's also that, you know, going beyond what's have known and sharing things that haven't been shared before, tapping into ancient knowledge, higher knowledge, future knowledge, and you have that ability to do that with all this. We do have the Nine of Pentacles. It can bring a feeling of independence. It could benefit you financially with this. The Nine of Pentacles is doing it alone with spirit, because you have spirit in there in the garden with you here. And yeah, and then moon magic is important with all of this too. Mother Luna and the ability to fly and to soar. We got the eagle there on the moon, which is freedom. So that message coming in here is pretty clear that it is something definitely that you're drawn to on purpose, for a purpose. And but it's I mean, you could so sorry. um you could find something for allergies and send it to bruddaZEN. No, but you could, like, they're showing me, like, well, you could become like a Chinese medicine doctor, or an apothecary. Is it apothecary? Is that when they have all the, like, medicines and herb, you can become an herbalist, and you can do all this stuff and get certification and all that. Yeah, you could do that, but you're going to go beyond that. And so they're like, you can do what's out there, but don't stop there. You would add on top of it. You would take it in directions. You would join it with something else too. I mean, that would be the message that really feels coming through there. So that is what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. I like it. All right. So that is what we have for you, Ohana. And then Infinity, thank you for your additional donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. And you said you can't imagine anywhere you'd rather live than the city you're living in now. And what does Spirit have to say about it? Will you be able to find a place to live? All right. And I think that had to do with the reading it, right? Something from yesterday where they were saying that, oh yeah, because they're just reminding me of is it best to stay where I'm at or go live near my family? And they were like, option C. And so this is what we're talking about here, right? Ah, very cool. I love that, Johanna. Perfect. I love that. All right. So let's take a look here and see what they have to say here about living and a different city. What would draw you to? Okay, I had a feeling because yesterday when we pulled the card, I think on the bottom of the deck there was the Lover's card or the Two of Cups. There was something saying, and I was like, I think love will draw you somewhere. But I was like, but I didn't say it, and I went on to something else, and then it didn't come back. But of course, they know everything. They probably knew you're going to go. Wait a minute. Tell me more about that. Well, this is what just came flying out of the deck. The Ace of Cups. And what I love about the Ace of Cups, the way they interpret this, I saw this card earlier when I was looking at the deck. Ace of Cups is about filling up with our own love, right? Um, Filling up and overflowing. And then it's like, I can go anywhere and be anywhere. But the flip side, if you look here, there's this, the Knight of Cups. It's the love riding in on a white horse. And so I feel like you would, um, it's love that would draw you to another city. And that's really the only thing that would make you want to leave your city you're in, right? You're like, yeah. So I feel like it's love that would draw you there. Let's see what else they have to say here. Interesting. I ordered national flag deck and United States state deck. I think you're in the United States, right? So sorry. My sinuses will eventually clear here momentarily. But let's take a look here, and we're just going to have some fun. I'm going to pull from here from the states and see if they'll tell you what state um, that this love would have you move to. And just see. Let's just see what it happens here. It's all for fun, right? Okay, something came up. Two came out here. How funny. Yeah. So you've got you got two coming in here. You got Cheyenne, Wyoming, and New Hampshire, Concord, New Hampshire, which these are the capitals of those cities. So it doesn't necessarily need to be those cities. But there's something about Wyoming, like where you might meet them. But New Hampshire, I feel like they might have like a ranch in Wyoming and then their residence in New Hampshire. Because I just feel like Wyoming feels vast. I just see this vastness, like it's not where you live, but you visit there. And then New Hampshire is where like the home is. So wow. So, see how that resonates with you there. But um, I know New Hampshire can be beautiful there. But so I feel like let's see what else here about moving and but I feel like it's all about love, You find love and it takes you to a completely different place. I feel like it's going to be a little while. You do have the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow movement and unfolding. So, you know, it's like right now you might be like, no, I don't think I'd even do that. It's like, give it time. That's what as you fill up with your inner love and as you meet this person and things unfold, it's like, all right, maybe things change. Maybe I will go on this, yeah, on this new adventure. Because you have the Five of Swords, which is the battling between your head and your heart, but it eventually, you know, uh, the head loses and walks away, and the heart wins, and that's where this love kicks in, and you do go to this new adventure. Yeah, I mean, because you've got the Wheel of Fortune and the full card, a new adventure. And it's like fate's wheel unfolds and that's where we go, right? So it's like, you know, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so moving cities and moving somewhere else, that is the clarity on that. So you're wanting, specifically to know, "Hey, I need to move. Am I gonna find something here?" So it's like two-parter, right? So that's your first part, and let's look here at your second part. It's like, "I need to be able to move this month. Am I gonna be able to find somewhere to live right now?" So we'll take a look here. Yeah. I feel like you will here. You've got, because you've got both you have the star card, which is a dream come true, kind of card, and the judgment card, which is your higher self drawing you. So, and the four of wands. The four of wands, which is what told me, yeah, joy and happiness and stability that comes in here. So I do feel here like it's, yeah, you're gonna get something that feels right, this month. Just ask spirit for guidance and clarity. I just feel like, because the star card is our higher self too, and then you got your higher self, um, guiding you. So all of these is like, yeah, follow, and ask. Say, okay, spirit, I am grateful that you're gonna open up and show me, where to move to, and you're gonna open up the opportunities. I feel like with this four of wands too, because it's about gatherings. So if you're gonna have a gathering sometime today, or in the coming week, and maybe even into next weekend, I feel like if there's a barbecue or a get together or something, um, it's gonna come up in conversation. Yeah, I need to move, but I can't find anywhere, and I'm trying to find out where to move. And someone's like, "Hey, I've got a basement." Kind of like in my situation, it's like, "I got a basement. If you need just somewhere to, until you can find something, you know, you can just help me with the utilities." It's going to be something, or they're going to turn you to, you know, like, "Oh, they just had these new apartments," or they had this thing, or I have someone that they just lost a roommate, and they're like in a dire situation. Let me give you their number, and you might contact them, and they're like, "Oh my god, I'll even charge you half price," or "I just need someone to help." I just feel like there's some sort of gathering that helps bring in information for you too. So just kind of keep that open-mindedness for right now, but ask, and they don't meddle in our life unless we ask of our own free will. So ask them and see how that unfolds. All right, so it feels good though. It feels very positive, so I like it. And I like that other one. Hey, we don't mind, having a relationship with someone with a ranch in Wyoming and a beautiful home in New Hampshire. You're like, "Here I am. Where are you?" Anyway, all right. So that's what they have for you there, Infinity. Thank you for your multiple donations. I appreciate that. All right. So we'll continue down the list here, and just for everyone, just to let you know where we're at, I have, four for Supernova, and then Holly, you'll be up, and then we'll HTTPS, we'll jump to you, and then back to Holly. So that's where we're at right now. So thank you guys for your patience as I get to all the readings here. So grateful. All right. So Nova Nova. So we've got the unicorn rainbow coming up. And so we're going to start off. Oh, we're starting off with Curdy Pie. Sassy, sassy Kurt. Let's take a look here. And let's see. Do we have a. I do. They always want some sort of oracle, and I'm really drawn to these guardian angel cards here, and this little healing angel card, little deck here too. Let me just open those up. So let's see what they got here, and then we'll pull a couple tarot too. So let's see here. What does Kurt want you to know right now? Mr. Colbane. Mr. Colbane. Colbane in the butt. What a bunch. He's so funny. All right. And then here's the little healing angel messages. All right. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. So what do we have here? So your first one, I love the back of these cards. They're just so beautiful. So you have that. This one is relax. And it's funny because these both are blue in color. This one, these are the back of those cards. And you got positive outcome. Let's see here. Here we go. So let's read these. So relax. So of course, this is Kurt's sassy personality. Relax, relax. There is plenty of time to do and achieve all you desire. Place your hands gently on your heart and allow your breath to guide you to a quiet space within. Imagine yourself bathed in golden light, flowing from the eternal heart of God. I am one of your guardian angels am with you. Allow me into your heart. You will accomplish more by focusing on that which is most important in life, love. And it's funny because it's this bright light showing on you. And the positive outcome says, the sun is about to burst through the clouds, and you will soon see things in a different light. Something that previously seemed hopeless will soon be filled with nothing but hope. Hope and love. What great messages from them here. All right. So let's take a look here and see what else Kurt wants you to know. All right. Yeah. So I like this. The bottom of the deck, we have this 10 of Wands coming in, which is all about evaluating where you're investing all of your energy. And there's this beautiful clarity that comes in with all of this, right? You understand where you're headed and where you want to take this. And instead of like wandering down a path with all of this burden on your back, it's like when you decide and write your few priorities, right? It's like you kind of change things. Ten of Wands is a great card that Spirit has shown me, like when you feel like there's everything is important and everything is urgent, then everything has the same priority, and we feel overwhelmed because it's like I got to do everything right now. That's the burden of our energy when we're taught everything is priority one. If you ever work at a job where they give you this long list of stuff and they're like, it got to be done today. And you're like, that's like a week's worth of work and there's only 24 hours. And you're like, and I'm only working maybe 10 of those for you. Got to cut it off at some point, maybe 12 at the max. But it's like, well, what's the priority? We're not going to be able to do all this if we have to get things done. And they're like, everything is a priority. It's like, what? That's unrealistic. And that's what life is. If we think everything is important and a priority at the same level, then we're going to be exhausted and burn out, right? So when we have the three buckets of truly important and truly urgent, we put in this bucket, things that are important but not urgent in the second bucket, and things that are say they're urgent but are unimportant or not important go in the third bucket. And then we focus our, and you've got to be really realistic about what is truly important and truly urgent. Then we focus our energy on that, get those things done. Then the important things that are not urgent mean we can space them out, right? They're not urgent. It's like, when would they become urgent? Well, let's just put them on a calendar and start working on those things. When we're done with the important and urgent, we work on the important and not urgent. And the unimportant and urgent, it'll take care of itself, or it'll fall away, and we don't care, it's unimportant. Or if we do get everything done and we're like, "Oh, I have extra time. Let me look at my bucket of unimportant things. Is there anything that I do wanna do?" But there's no pressure, right? And so there's this ending of the burden of energy and this beginning of, all right, movement. Because if I focus on 10 things, they all go up one space. But if I focus on like two things, or let's just make it simple, one thing, it goes up 10 spaces. So I make a lot of progress when I focus on the important, urgent thing. The rest of it I'll get to, but I make progress on that, and then progress on that, and then the next thing, progress on that. But if I try to do everything, I make very little progress, right? So I like that. Yeah, and we've got the 4 of Pentacles, which is stability in the outside world. So I like this balance that's coming in with this card here. Yeah, and even got when they're looking out their window here, they got the 4 towers. So the solidity, the solid foundation of the number 4, if you think of a giant table with huge legs, it's a very solid foundation that comes in here. Oh, yeah. And then you have the Emperor, the major arcana number 4 that comes in here, which is all about them choosing where they invest everything. I like the reversals here. Here's that sun. So the sun is there, and the burning, the passion, and choosing where you're wanting to invest these things. And again, this square, the 4 corners of a square, you know, that's more solid a foundation when something is a cement block, right? Compared to a cement triangle, it's not going to be, balanced. And so I like this solidity and this stuff coming in from Kurdi. Yeah, and you have the Ace of Pentacles. So here is the prosperity, the positive outcome, new way of looking at your worth, and new opportunities that come forward into you here as well. Yeah, both of them kind of look very the path and abundance coming in. So I like all that for you there, coming from Kurt. So boom, boom, boom. So that's the message coming through on there. So thank you so much for your first donation. Okay, and then the second sticker, which is a doggy. This is that one. So number 2 is, what are you seeing in yourself that's different now compared to before you went to the hospital? You feel like you're more mature and so lively, so vibrant and alive, right? Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit wants you to know here. What are you seeing in yourself here? All right. Okay, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So you got the Hanged Man coming in here on the bottom of the deck, which is transformation, right? You're seeing yourself differently. It's like you're seeing the butterfly within you that's emerging. So the caterpillar is melting away, and you're becoming more aware of your higher self and your eternal self. The reason I chuckled is, what would your reading be without the Empress? And so you are seeing the Empress, the birthing of who you are, the shining bright light in the sky, like above her head here. But it is about new birth. It is about nurturing yourself. And even on I love the back of her throne here. You've got the leaving the old behind. I think that's a skull in the water. Yeah. So you're leaving the old behind with that skull, and there's this freedom with that flying in the sky here. So there's this release of some stuff that happened with you in the hospital, and it's like embracing who you are, embracing your power of choice, um, recognizing the fire within you too, because you do have here this the Emperor coming in again. And the Emperor here, holds the sun was on the back of here. This is that Leo energy we talked about, embracing this energy and having this um, empowerment of I'm going to decide what I want and where I want to go. Something that's standing out is like when you said something like that the person in the ambulance said, "Do you want to go or not?" You had the choice of going or not, and you made the choice. Let's go. And I feel like there's this empowerment that comes in here because you've got this it was like an important thing, like I am choosing for my life. And you chose for you and you chose yourself, which was huge. I feel like there's just a variety of different things that just click, 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 clicked within you. And I like that. Again, the Empress nurturing yourself. And the Queen of Cups coming in. So your intuition, your connection to spirit, I feel really something emotionally, something flowing below the subconscious. Just a lot of that's where a lot of the clicking happened. It wasn't really conscious, a lot of things. It was a lot of um, things that connected within you, and it's like plugging things into power. Things were activated within you, like um, your willpower, your choosing yourself, your seeing how you can connect with other people, seeing how you chose life, you chose to live in that moment. And that's what happens when we're kind of faced with, you know, death in a way, right? Endings in a way. When we choose life and we choose ourselves, it does. It just starts activating things within us. It allows this energy to flow and change, and I like that. Yeah, and you got the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So, yeah, you definitely have the spark of this Knight of Wands. You're finding your power, you're finding your emotions and embracing them. And so here's these quests. It feels like that's what it is. It's like this new adventure has begun within you, and you're like, all right, here we go. We're doing it. And I like that. It just is this spark of life within you. I've chosen to live, not exist. And that's what I feel like, kind of the energy that's underneath that. So I like it. I like it. Right. So that's what they have for number 2 for you, Nova. And then number 3, you have the heartful thanks. Oh, I love that. And then, so thank you for your additional donation. Number 3 is, what do spirit guides see in your growth and development ahead of you? Because damn, this feels like a major turning point in your life. Feels so different. Yeah, this quest, this adventure feels like living and not existing, like we were just talking about, right? Let's give these a little shimmy, shimmy, shuffle, shuffle. All right. So, what do they want you to know here? All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly. So the bottom energy is the 10 of swords, which is they're not dead, they're exhausted, trying to live up to all these expectations, the thoughts, the beliefs, the mindsets that are inside. And I love how they show that this is like, well, I'm not in there. Here I am looking at the empty shell that was there, trying to live up all to those things. So there's nobody in there. That's just the old shell of all the wounds of the old expectations. And this is them free of that. So it's free of these expectations. I like that they have this solar eclipse that's coming up here, which is all about endings and beginnings and new birth of things too, which the 10 of swords really encompasses as well. And it makes sense with all of this because it's like you're moving from it looked like this is like the Knight of Swords and the Knight, I would say costume, their battle attire, I guess. But you have the King of Swords, who is who the knight serves, and that Ace of Swords is that you have learned new things, you're seeing things from a higher perspective, cutting away those small t truths of fear. And this is where this major growth is happening, is like there's this, it was like subconscious beliefs that when you chose yourself, like these small t truths of unworthiness, are what fell away. And here's this um, King of Swords having this lightning bolt that destroys this the old ways of thinking, and even the sickle that they have down below here. Oops, down here is this ending and beginning. So definitely, a lot of belief systems have changed there, right? Yeah, I love this. So you have the Ten of Swords, which is like this overwhelming thinking and this higher way of looking and transformation. And then you have the Queen of Wands with the Five of Wands coming in here. And the Five of Wands is the inner battle between the head and the heart. And the Queen of Wands is, she connects to spirit. She is the one that chooses her energy. And again, this power of mental choice with the King of Swords, and the power here of energetic choice with the Queen of Wands. I feel like you have, things are clicking. Like it took this event to really put everything into practice that you've been learning. You've been having little things here and there that you've been applying it to, but this is like, boom, all the stuff that you've been learning, you faced and you used it. And this is what I feel like is a big piece of all this too. Yeah, because you have the Seven of Pentacles, which was the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And here they are looking at the fruit that's growing, and you're seeing the fruit of your labor, and so exactly what we were talking about here. Yeah, and you have all this ending of conflict. There's so much ending of conflict that comes in here. You've got two fives and two sevens with all of these. So you got, see here, whoops, try to do it this way. So you've got all these fives and sevens. So you've got the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. So, all of this conflict of course, the Ten of Swords. So you got the swords, the pentacles, the cups, and the wands. It's like, again, every area of your life, this conflict came to a head here, and you made choices and decisions that have like resolved a lot of inner conflict. I like the Seven of Wands being in here because this is about being true to your authentic self, not dimming your light, not asking permission to shine, but doing that. And then in doing that, this does help, uh, you know, you shine bright. It's that sun energy. You got all this sun energy coming through in your readings, which of course you're Leo, right? So you are ruled by the sun, but you're destined to shine bright. And um, it's like deciding, I am going to shine. I am going to shine bright. I'm not going to hide anymore. I'm not going to, these beliefs that have been, be small, don't get it, don't attract attention. You can't do this, blah, blah, whatever. You're like, I'm deciding I'm going to live, I'm going to be me. And I like that. So very strong energies coming in with all of that. And I like it. All right. So that's it for that one. I'm loving it. So definitely a major turning point. Oh, and then of course the counseling. They're like, they got to remember that it is a major turning point. A big piece of the transformation of emotion will be um, deciding I'm getting counseling. I'm going to ask about it and making that a priority. So I like that. And then your fourth one, you got the microphone. Perfect, perfect. And so your fourth one, and thank you for your multiple donations. I so appreciate it. What did you learn being these 18 years? And what are you going to learn in the time ahead as your 19-year-old self? All right, let's take a look here and see a couple things. So, what did you learn 18? And then what do they want you to know about the time ahead as 19? Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So they want that one for that one. All right. So as 18, yeah, I mean you've learned here the 5 of Pentacles. Um oops, let's see which one is the yeah. So the 5 of Pentacles is these is the feelings of lack and being abandoned, left out in the cold and abundance. This, this is really, you learn this as 18, how incorrect those beliefs that you learned growing up were around your worth and what you're worthy of. It's a big piece of this that you've learned, right? You also have learned with the Four of Swords about mental stability and letting go of old ways of thinking and having, that they're usually asleep on the Ace of Swords, which is higher knowledge and higher wisdom. And so a lot of what you've learned around this is, you know, the lies of the small t truths and the higher truth. And so a lot of questioning of old ways of believing, a lot around lack, but other things too. And then the 3 of Cups. Yeah, you learned choosing joy and allowing yourself to feel that real joy, not fake joy, right? And happiness. But also, this is about connecting to your spirit team. 3 of Cups for me is community, but this is your invisible community, at least here. It's your spiritual community, your posse of support, right? Your guardian angel and angels and spirit guides and loved ones and ancestors and leprechauns and unicorns, whoever you believe these beings of unconditional love and light are. You've been really developing a relationship with them during this time of being 18 years old. So very important things with that. 19, you are learning this balance of life in the outside world with the Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles is this balancing and the cycles of life and understanding those and flowing with them. 4 of Cups, too, emotional stability through your 19-year-old years. So a lot of balance and stability as things unfold, which makes sense. I just see a lot of activity being during your 19th year of towards your dream, towards music, towards this, towards that, and it's all about maintaining balance through it all. So I like that for you there. So that's a big piece. It might seem like really that's it, balance, but learning balance at 19 is huge. You know, you definitely get to um, use that throughout your entire life. Because even me, I mean, I get out of balance. I try to do too much, and then I'm like, okay, I'm getting burnt out. Simmer down, balance. It's like a lifelong journey for me. And if you learn to apply it when you're 19, again, way, 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 way ahead of the game. So I like that for you. Sorry if you guys heard the helicopter flying up above. All right. So that's what we have for you, my dear. Thank you again for all your donations. You're probably asleep. So since you're on the other side of the world, we'll catch you on the flip side. Hope you're dreaming well. Let's all sneak into our dream and wave. All right. Hey, Sen, welcome, welcome. Congratulations to another one of my Zen Cricket winners. Good to see you. All right. So we're jumping to Holly. So Holly, you are up next. So just a quick list here. We got Holly, and then we have HTTPS, and then back to Holly, and then Patty, and to infinity. So hey, all right. So that's where we're at right now. So, Holly, thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like since it lets me. And hello, what does Spirit want you to know right now? You've been struggling. Oh, I hear it. Got a lot of amazing energies going on with Cancer, new moon, and Cancer season, which is all about emotions, 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 the moon energy. And then also Neptune went retrograde, which is more emotional energy. It rules over Pisces. It's our dream world. It's our reflection. So we got a lot of emotional energy happening right now too. So can I take a big deep breath and go, all right, embrace me, Mother Moon, help me. All right, so let's see what Spirit wants you to know right now. What do they want you to know right now? All right. And that was there. And that one there. All right. What do we have here? So your overall energy under the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is about transformation, movement. Things are going to start to really unfold in the outside world. I love just showing the backs here. So there's this little child self that's here. And I feel like you've been doing some inner child work here. And a lot of the upheaval that's going on is like your inner child bringing some things up that have been echoing for a long time, which is what is normal for all of us, because our little inner child will bang on the pipes because they're down here in our subconscious. They were pushed down there by our mental body, like our emotional body. Inner child created 7 years old and younger, but when our mental body creates between 7 and 14, it goes. It's better for all of us if you don't react emotionally. We need you to go to the basement. You can roll the basement, but you're going down there. And then so they're running around in our subconscious with all these charged emotions, going, you need to take these off my hands. I'm tired of dealing with them. And so they'll bang on the pipes in the basement. We'll hear, what's that sound? It'll get louder and louder. And then they start bringing messengers and messages from the outside world for us to look at that. So I feel like that's an important piece here with this journey, this unfolding. It's like you're in the cocoon transforming into the butterfly. So some of the old stuff is falling away. And that can feel like a struggle. That can feel kind of weird. It's like I'm losing pieces of myself. What's happening? But when we realize, oh, I have this butterfly inside of me that is wanting to transform and come out, then this is what happens with that. And I do feel like that's what this nudging with the Two of Cups, this is about the relationship between. Sorry, that's not the Two of Cups. I feel like the Two of Cups, but so I'm going to continue with that and then tell you what their card really is. But they're talking about this relationship with your higher self, which is this Judgment card. Here's your higher self, and your child self, which is here. And it's about this relationship and seeing things differently and the transformation that unfolds there. And the Four of Wands, that is here too, is about joy. It's about energetic stability and knowing that the more that you connect with that inner self, inward and upward, that you do feel the stability that comes in with that too. Let's see here. You've got a lot of, yeah. So this makes sense. Oh my gosh, can you guys hear my stomach growl? That was loud. It's wanting food soon. You have the High Priestess, who she steps away, connects higher, goes behind the veil, dives deep into the emotions. And so there is this energy coming in here with the High Priestess of diving into the unknown, bringing things to the surface, and this connection, with both the higher self and the the child self too. So, there is this importance here, stepping back and taking the time to do that. You have the Empress as well, which is all about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, rebirth. But there is all this energy of, um, putting yourself first, nurturing, even getting out into nature and getting away from the chaos. Because you have the King of Cups too, which is an energy of balancing the head and the heart. They roll over the cup suit with the queen, but the all the kings are given swords too, which is mental energy. So this is balance of head and heart. This um, resolution again, balance, balance, balance coming in with all of this energy, and it's a good foundation here. And one of the things that it talks about with this tower card that came in. This is a message of whatever is removed out of our lives is for us. When we experience the tower getting hit, we can experience victimhood for a little bit of going, why is this happening to me? But when we realize that so much of our life is our what we asked for before we came down here, and then the rest of it is the choices that we're making through our life, but we're the ones choosing and drawing energy to us, and that empowerment, that balancing that comes in when I realize I'm the one choosing the stories and my emotions and my energy and my actions. Can't control anyone else's, but when that tower comes and things are removed out of my life, it's to make space for things more in alignment with my higher self, and then also moving things out of my path so I can head in a direction that is more in alignment with where my heart wants to go. And so we can trust that. And I feel like that's a big piece of that coming in here, is that whatever is meant for you never passes you by. And if something gets removed, it means it's making space for something even better. We never downgrade. We don't start off in first class and end up in that seat at the back of the plane by the bathroom where the chair doesn't even go back hardly like a half an inch. It's like, no, we're moved from that seat up into first class. And that's what we can trust, that whatever's coming for us is always better, always more for us than if something gets removed and we're like, no, don't take away my 30 old, not that I would have a teddy bear at 30. There's nothing wrong with having a teddy bear at 30, but if I had a 30-year-old teddy bear with its eyes missing and the arms are falling off and it's gross and dirty and all half the stuffing's out of it, and the universe is like, let me take that from you, and here's a brand new life-size bear for you, brand new. You're like, wow, I can like hug this bear. It's like, oh, okay. you know I see now. Thank you for taking away that old thing. It needed to have its rest now, but now this is my new adventure. So hopefully that helps there, Holly. That is what they have for you for that one. Hey, sorry, I wasn't reading. I was off there. A butterfly, so true. You are elevating, absolutely. But that's the uncomfortability of it coming in there. So that's what we have for you for that one. I do see your other one. We'll be back to you here in a moment. So thank you for your additional donation. Um, so we shall return. Now, HTTPS, you are up. So thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like. And whatever Spirit Team needs you to know in this moment. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. What does your Spirit Team want you to know right now? All right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 in the bottom of the deck. But I feel like they want to give you an empowering question too. Oh, there it is. Came flying out. Actually, 2 questions. So your first one is, what if everything is as it should be? How would that make me feel? All right, we like that. Then the other one, yeah, what are those things that make me feel good while I'm doing them? This is that passion energy of what is it? What is it that makes my heart feel full? What is this journey that is coming forward here? Yeah. Because you've got at the bottom of the deck, you have the 4 of swords, but you also have the 5 of swords that's there. So this is the inner struggle with the Five of Swords, the battling between the head and the heart, there's this peace that's coming about here. So I like this, energy of um, any kind of inner conflict with the mind is being balanced out. Um, yeah, because this is the queen, because you have the Queen of Swords here. Sorry, I was trying to figure out, but this balancing of the head and the heart that's coming in with all of this. You even have the Queen of Pentacles about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, choosing for yourself. And this is this um, transformation that's happening because I like that the cards that was asking you, what is if everything is as it should be? It's like, all right, loving what is and being in the moment, which I know you know. And then it's like, but what makes my heart sing? What direction am I going to change and go? And you do have that energy that's coming in here because you've got the uh, strength card, which is connecting to your higher self, allowing it to guide you and where you're wanting to go, what you're wanting to do. Three of Wands is with new information that you are changing directions, that you're taking an off ramp and going in a different direction than you had anticipated and planned before. And it's about being open minded for that because, you do have the World card that is on the bottom of the deck, which is ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. And you also have the Emperor card, which is you choosing what you're wanting to do, where you're wanting to go, and, putting action to it. So, there is this nudging going, everything is always what is what it is, and it's always perfect. So there's no wrong choice. But it's discovering what does make your heart feel full, what makes you sing, and now's the time. It's like it's been coming, it's been coming, it's been coming, but it's like really being emphasized here that for this nudging to take action, go those directions. You got the Ten of Pentacles, which is abundance, and that your human is going to be happy with the outcome. So, kind of allowing yourself to put yourself at ease in the Three of Pentacles, be true to your authentic self. Don't feel you have to try to be someone or something that other people want you to be. It's like do it in your way, the way you're wanting it, and expressing yourself is what's important. Not, I wonder how I should express myself so that people will enjoy and want what I have to offer, kind of thing. It's like, no, I'm going to be who I am and I'm going to draw the appropriate people, right? I know there's tons of like tarot channels out there, right? Um, and other people focus and their messages are different. Mine is always felt like it's more information and that spirit helps getting to the root of things, not just telling people like, the answer. Like sometimes it's like, are they going to love me? No. It's like, oh, okay. It's like they don't want to just leave it at that. They want to go why and how and what's the purpose behind it. And, and so it's like, I'm not going to be the flavor that everyone wants. And that's okay. And that's what we just are okay with, being true to your authentic self and the amazing people that are drawn to you are for you, and you'll learn from them like I learned from everything that comes through for everyone else and from each other. And I feel like that's an important thing with all of this coming in here too. Allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to be true to you, and don't try to be someone you're not, uh, as you're creating things, as you are choosing to go these directions with this emperor. So hopefully that helps. But that's what they have for you right now. HTTPS. So many blessings to you. All right, so many blessings. And hey, CJ, another one of our Zen Cricket winners. So congratulations and welcome, welcome. All right. So thank you again, HTTPS, for your donation. Greatly appreciate that. And then Holly, we are back to you. So thank you for your additional donation. Let's give you a love and a like there. And do the spirit see you moving in the next year? All right, let's take a look here. You are very welcome. I'm excited for you. All right, let's take a quick sip here. All right. So, Holly, do we see you moving in a year? All right. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. Anything else? Okay. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. What do we have happening here? So, all right. Got some revelations happening here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. I do see here at the bottom of the deck, you have the devil card, Capricorn energy, in here with Saturn, which is there's this. I feel like eventually you have the Seven of Pentacles, which we'll talk about here in a moment, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So I feel like you will. There's just in your current circumstance where you're at right now, there are some things that you're facing with the Saturn Capricorn energy, where the devil card is our shadow. It shakes and rattles things, right? It's like the cocoon. Okay, they just showed me. The cocoon. We like the caterpillar doesn't go, oh, in the middle of transformation, go, wait, I got to go to another cocoon. Excuse me. Let me put on some saran wrap to keep my body all together. Let me just go over here, get into this cocoon. It's like, no, once it's in it, it's transforming and, it's necessary for it. There's a lot of hidden things that will be revealed to you. You've got the moon card, which is things bubbling up from the surface, the hidden and the unknown being revealed between now and when you're going to be moving. I do feel like you will be moving, but this happens all first. And you have the Hierophant too, which is your higher self calling you to this higher place to see things from a different perspective. So that devil card energy, I mean, 3 major arcana, these are pretty, powerful and life-changing things that happen. And what's interesting with all of that is it's like if you moved now, you'd move to somewhere you'd eventually hate, is what they're showing me, or that's not in alignment with who you become. It's like a caterpillar moves into, okay, here's the door entrance is this because I'm a caterpillar, I can fit through it. But as a butterfly, your wings are too big. You're like, I can't get in and out of here. And with this, because you got the 3 of Pentacles coming in again, which is about being true to your authentic self. What you're learning about is who you really are. That's what happens with a caterpillar. The butterfly is always within them, and that's who they truly are. The caterpillar is just a stage in getting to who we are and remembering who we are and transforming into who we really are. And this is what you're discovering. You're cutting away old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are they show me this every once in a while. It cracks me up. It's like throughout our life, people tell us who we are, society, family, teachers, all sorts of people, everything, right? And it's like paper mache. And they like wet this piece of paper mache and they hand it to us and they go, this is who you are. And you're like, oh, okay. And then someone else hands you another one and you're like, okay. And we keep on putting this on where eventually we're like someone that looks like they're been in a bad skiing accident. We feel like we're a mummy. There's like holes that we can see through and breathe through and speak through, but we kind of feel trapped and restricted. And we're like, And then we're like, I can't take it anymore. And then we snap. We start tearing off piece by piece all this stuff. And it's not actually like piece by piece, but it's chunk by chunk. It doesn't take us as long to get rid of that stuff as it is when we were applying it. It can just, big pieces that come off of there, right? Isn't that hilarious? But it's like, then you're like, I can breathe. Oh, I can feel my skin. I feel alive instead of like a mummy, right? A paper mache mummy. And this realization that you're learning and going through here. So this is like your, like I said, the Seven of Cups is not Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. But then there's something that happens when we um start to see all this fruit that's been growing. We're like, why did I have an apple orchard? Why did I grow apples? And then we were like, oh, because everyone else was telling me grow apples because I love apple pie. And this other person, I love apple cider and I love apple fritters and apple sauce. And everyone's telling you what they want from you. And so you do this orchard and then you start to see the fruit and you're like, "Oh, I don't even like apples. Why do I have all these freaking apples?" And and it's the realization of I don't want this fruit anymore. I want guacamole, and so I'm gonna get rid of this apple orchard, and I'm going to instead have a avocado orchard, with that as well instead. And so there's this change of desire and this change of what kind of fruit we want to bear. And a big part of this, like you said, you have the death and rebirth card. Here's that transformation of to the butterfly. And the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is self-love. And a big piece of what you're learning is that the outside world can't give you what you're looking for with love, because what we're looking for is the unconditional love that we find in our own heart, inward and upward, with from Creator, from Spirit, from our higher self. And then we fill up with that and it overflows, and the outside world has this beautiful transformation of lacking and falling short because it can't give us this what we have on the inside. When we fill up and overflowing, then when people give it to us, it's above and beyond extra. So the outside world truly transforms from a place of lack and disappointment and falling short to a place of abundance and overflowingness. And this is what's happening. And then all of that to say, when you reach that point, then you're where you would want to live, how you would want to live, who you don't want to live with, and all of that changes. And then that's when you make a decision of where you want to move to, and then you do move. But it's until that you can't see clearly when you've got like this, like this. It's like I can't see where I really want to go. But when we have all that removed, I'm like, I can see more clearly where I want to go and what I want to do, and then you make that choice. So I love that. And the more that the timing all has to do with what you're going on inside, and how fast you're raising your love vibration with all that. So I like that. That's what you're learning. So perfect. I love that. I mean, if you want to, I have these United States cards or national cards. If you're like, hey, where would be a fun place to live? We can have some fun, and I can pull some of those cards if you want. So you can tell me if you would like to. Sure. Would you want United States or international? Make sure I got them all here. Yeah. United States, yeah. Because here's international. Boom. Look, all those national flags. I'm just going to put those over here. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. The world of possibilities. What would you like just to bring to Holly's attention, right? Too funny. Anything else? All right. So the first one that came out is Wisconsin, of all places. This is actually my birth state. I only lived there for a year from birth until I was like 1. But you got Wisconsin. Do you like cheese? The other one that came out is Vermont as well. Are you in Wisconsin? Oh, you're from Minnesota. Minnesota. Yeah, I had my dad was from Minnesota. My mom was from Illinois, and they ended up living in Wisconsin. And then, of course, we moved to Colorado when I was 1. So you have a couple of choices there, a couple of different energies. Maybe you're going to move to Wisconsin and then to Vermont. So I like it. How fun. All right, so that's what they have for you, Holly Holly. So many blessings to you. Thank you for your multiple donations. I really appreciate that. All right, and then Patty, you are up next. We got Patty Infinity and then MMC, and I'm going to be on for about 10 more minutes or so. So all of the individuals waiting for free readings, I will be back. I'm going to spend about an hour with my Praying Mantis members and then eat. So I'll be back in about an hour and 45 minutes or so. So around, was that 2:30? Probably around 2:30-ish Mountain Standard Time. So just a heads up. All right. So, Patty, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like there. And you want to know what's coming up in the week ahead. All right, let's take a look and see. What does Spirit have here for you? All right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right. Okay, they do want those 2 as well. All right. What do we have going on here? All right. Okay. Clarity, thinking. Okay, interesting. It looks like you have a week full of people as well. But you've got the Knight of Pentacles, which normally this would mean, like it's the slowest moving night. But because they just showed me, I mean, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 royals, which can represent people. And normally I look at them, I don't usually focus in on them as people, as individuals. It's more our inner journey and things like that. But all of these feel like people to me. So you have a week full of a lot of visitors, a lot of interactions with people. Starting off, I feel like one of the big um, influences or quite most interactions with is with a younger kind of earthy sign individual. They're kind of they're not slow, but they're just they don't rush. They're just kind of take their time and they're very grounded and very, rooted and just not rush. And so you have this individual who's just grounded, younger, with it being the night. Usually when the night, it means it's younger than us. Paige is like much younger than us, like a child, teenager. But this person's younger and just really really earth based, and grounded. Let's see, do you have any others? And then you also have the King of Pentacles. So you have someone who's older that also is very grounded, earthy type of energy that comes in here. So younger earthy type and older earthy type that's in here. And you have this is like all this male energy, masculine energy that's around you. So it's like I don't know if you're in a business meeting, but you have all this variety of individuals that are here. So you got a younger and older, and then that's of the Pentacles, and then you actually have the Page of Cups and the King of Cups. So you actually have an older, kind of more emotional, nurturing type of individual, balanced between head and heart. And then you have a significantly younger, um, the Page of Cups, which would be someone who is new to their emotions, more um, so if they're, like someone, let's say, I'm just gonna see like it's business, right? Let's say you're in a meeting with some people and you have someone who's very grounded in management because they're a king, it's like, all right, they're very solid. And then you have someone who's younger, not significantly younger, but they're more of like a mid-range, person. And then you have another manager who's more nurturing, more balanced. They're not so much about the bottom dollar and groundedness. They're more about the people. And then you have someone who's kind of new, really new, and so they're very passionate, over passionate. They could be overzealous. They could be reactive as well. So you got this like the four musketeers that are here, and so I feel like this week you either interact with them all individually, or if it's like a meeting or a gathering of some sort. So be aware with all this. I mean, oh my gosh, sorry. You actually also have a fifth one, and again, and actually the pages can be more divine feminine, so you can have like two older males and two younger females, um, and then you have because these weren't. Oh, I'm sorry. The page would be a female. The other three, because one was a knight, not a page. Sorry. I'll get it right, because you have these two knights, so these would be also masculine energy. But this is someone who's very intelligent, and then this knight is someone who is, younger, but oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm getting used to these cards. So let me rephrase this right. All right. So you've got the two kings. These are definitely kings. You can see their crowns down here, right? So you got the two kings who are the older people, which is the earthy and the emotional, right? And then you do have the knight. I mean, here's the horse. So the knight is someone who's younger and grounded. This is the one that you interact with most throughout the week. Um, and then you have two pages. These little helmets are pages, and these are the two that could be females. One that's really intelligent and mental minded, in their head. The other one very emotional. So there's three male energies, two female energies, and the two female are the younger ones, like they'd be like newest, and less experienced, and so they're more, expressive, if that makes sense. But you have all these individuals, so it's a lot of people coming around, a lot of individuals, and maybe like this confusion, is all here. I feel like there's um there's so much going on. That's the way it felt confusing, trying to figure out who everyone was. But it kind of feels like that here. And then you have here the advice that they have for you the week is with all this activity and all these different individuals, because you've got, pentacles and emotions and sword energy here. There's no wand energy. There's no fire that's there, which is great. There's like a lack of passion, there's a lack of fire. It's just a lot of, you know, information I feel that's coming out, but no one wanting to take action. But here you are, you've got your higher self with this judgment card, seeing things from a higher perspective, and the knight of, not the knight, the Ace of Swords, seeing things from a higher perspective. This allows you this, you know, ability to see things differently, understand people, see where they're all coming from, and allowing each person to be themselves, meet them where they're at. Like, so the Knight of Pentacles is slow and methodical and whatever. It's like, okay, I'm going to slow down and meet them where they're at. And these other ones, I'm going to meet them where they're at emotionally, mentally, whatever they are. And I just feel like it's, you know, take a breath, go inward and upward. Yeah, because here on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Queen of Cups, which would be, I feel like your intuitiveness coming in and just trust your intuition, allow yourself to match those individuals and meet them on their playing fields, meet them where they're at this week. And it's just an important time for you to do that. So hopefully that makes sense, Patty. Sorry for all the confusion there, but that's what it feels like is a lot of new people, a lot of interaction with people, people pulling you in a lot of different directions where it's like, I got to keep my head on straight. Let me take notes, let me make sure who said what and who's asking for what so I can make sure I get them what they need, kind of thing. It's really a week of being organized, but seeing things from a higher perspective for you too. So hopefully that makes sense, Patty. That's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. All righty. So sorry for Infinity and MMC. I'm going to be headed off here in a moment, but I will return and I still will, you guys will be prioritized when I come back. And so we will have yours first, and then I will complete all free readings as well. So I'm just going to grab some screenshots here. I would try to get you guys in, but I want to give you guys the attention in the messages. I don't want to rush through them. And so I will come back and then dive deeper into your readings. And everyone, thank you so much for your patience and getting to your readings. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. All the donations are what allow me to continue to be able to do everything that I do. So I am so grateful that you guys are patient with me too in getting to all of your readings. All right. All right. And then HTTPS. Thank you for your additional donation. And I'll wait for you to post your question. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you. And I'll grab that right now too. Thank you. All right. So, and I just took screenshots of everything. So after I complete the three donations first, and then I will complete all of the free readings. And when I'm done, when I come back, I do put a pinned comment in the news stream listing the order in which all the readings were completed in that next session. Yeah, and it'll so you can find your reading much more fast as well. So, and in the meantime, if you're wanting something, well, I'll be back in about an hour and a half ish. If you haven't checked out your solstice relationship reading, here it is for each individual zodiac sign. Also, the July monthlies are great. A lot of information available there too. And yeah, and then I have my playlist of all the timeless pick a card readings if you want to check any of those out as well. And then, of course, my podcast if you want to find out some information on how to move from chaos to cozy in our lives. There's a lot of great information there too. So until then, remember every second of every day of your lives that you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. Of course, I love you guys too. So, till I see you again, much love to you. Hang in there. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon.